putting in here into the live chat. You can as well go down there and really tell us what your thoughts are about this game by voting, whether you think it's really gonna be an Arsenal win or a United win, or it's obviously gonna be a draw. So smash the like button, comment and share. If you're totally watching us for the very first time, guys, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Premier League football, and this is really match day 23, and obviously you have to know that it's really very important on both sides, and both managers have gone ahead to obviously name their starting 11s, right? And already one of those is Arteta and the other is Michael Carrick. They've gone ahead to obviously name their starting 11s in here, and I tell you what, it's really very important to note that this is Rokani David bringing you this whole scenario as it obviously unfolds at the club, all on this beautiful channel. Now, let's get onto what we call, no, it's not supposed to be X. It's supposed to be a photo, right? Arsenal starting 11. There you go. Arsenal does have the following: Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel Magalhaes, Hincapie, Rice, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Saka, Trossard, and Gabriel Jesus in there. The bench has Kepa, Zebalaga, Mosquera, White, Eze, Martinelli, Gyökeres, Noni Madueke, Merino, Lewis, Skelly. That is the starting 11 for the club of Arsenal. Then we head on to what we call the starting 11 for the side of Man United as named by Michael Carrick. Here it comes, and it has Seny Lamens, there is Dalot, Maguire, Martinez, Bruno Fernandes, Borges, Patrick Dogu, Amadi Diallo, Carlos Casemiro, Bran Mbeumo, Luke Shaw, Kobe Mainoo. Coming in through, naming what we call a team that is really unchanged. Then substitutes are Beinda, Heaven, Malacia, Mazarawi, Yolo, Ugarte, Mount, Cunha, and Benjamin Sesko. That is the bench for the club of Manchester United. Coming in through at the Emirates to obviously see to it that they obviously fetch some points in there. Remember, when Michael Carrick played against Mikel Arteta and beat him 3-2 at Old Trafford, he was playing at home, and these things really differ a lot. And he's now playing away from home, and we see, can he obviously turn out a result, you know, in this particular fixture? We wait to see, because in that fixture they played at Old Trafford, you remember Arsenal took the lead, and you remember that shot, baby shot from Emily Smith-Rowe that saw David De Gea was down and the ball went ahead to get it back of the net. VAR came in through and they are like, yes, it's supposed to be a goal, and Arsenal went ahead to take the lead. Then we saw Man United come through. Bruno Fernandes went ahead to level up, and I think was it Lisandro Martinez or who? No, I think it wasn't Lisandro Martinez. Had not come in through and obviously put them ahead. Then Arsenal leveled, and then United went ahead to score the winner. Was it through Cristiano Ronaldo? I stand to be corrected in there. So this is another game. Carrick facing a manager that he beat at Old Trafford, and now Arteta is like, obviously, you beat me up in your back, in your home, in your home, all in your yard. Now you are into my hood. I'm gonna show you exactly how things are really done, and I'm ready to take you on. So the confirmed lineups and formations, you know, Arsenal are playing a 4-3-3 system. And they do have David Raya in goal, Julian Timber right back, Hincapie left back. Remember, Ricardo Carafiori failed to obviously pass what we call the late fitness test, but Hincapie comes in through to play as a left back. Gabriel Magalhaes, left-sided centre back. Then William Saliba right-sided centre-back. And then we do have Martin Zubimendi playing as a CDM, Rice, box-to-box midfielder, and Martin Odegaard coming in through to play as a number 10, fresh, because I don't think that he was really used hugely in the game of Inter Milan that they won by 3-1 in the midweek. Bukayo Saka coming in through to play as a right forward, Leandro Trossard left forward, Gabriel Jesus leading the line. What does this mean? Jesus has been rewarded for his fantastic performance in there for you, because in the game they played against Chelsea, I think Gabriel Jesus had really a very beautiful game, but the manager was like, when you're playing Nottingham, I'm going to start Gyökeres. Now, he's like, we played against Inter Milan, one of the top sides in Europe. The lad came up and represented, scored a brace. Why not start him into this so-called starting 11 of the club of Arsenal? And I think it gives them a very beautiful boost in there as a club of Arsenal, because this lad is really special. He's a special breed of a player, and I've always told you that he is the best number 9 at Arsenal. His problem has always been injuries, have always gone ahead to be his biggest enemy in there. But if he can keep himself fit, then no one will obviously kick a ball off him at the club of Arsenal. And I would like to give kudos to the club of Arsenal for how they've gone ahead to obviously maintain or really manage his return from injury. You get, those minutes are really calculated, and they're like, he plays, because Arteta told us that in the first 8 weeks, they need to be very, very, very keen on what they really do for this kind of player. So Arteta is really doing the needful to really do the best for this player in here, known as Gabriel Jesus in there. So Jesus is leading the line for the club of Arsenal, and then they do have a player known as Gyökeres off the bench. So that is the 4-3-3 system for the club of Arsenal taking on Man United, and it has a lot to do with attacking and defending, because they know to it that United is one of the best teams when it comes to really attacking. One of the best teams that really has the most shots at goals of the opponent and shots on target, you understand? But their biggest undoing has been the number of goals they've gone ahead to be conceding as a club of Arsenal. Sorry, club of Manchester United. So wait and see how that pans out. But that front three is really deadly. And I've always told you that when Gabriel Jesus is leading that line, you know, each and every team they're playing should really get worried. Why should they get worried? Because of the way he obviously brings them into the game. Now, we head to that of Man United, 4-2-3-1, Seny Lamens, Dalot right back, Shaw left back, Lisandro Martinez left-sided centre-back, Harry Maguire right-sided centre-back, then Kobe Mainoo and Casemiro playing in the double pivot, Diallo, Bruno Fernandes and Patrick Dogu. Patrick Dogu, left attacking midfielder, Diallo, right attacking midfielder, Bruno Fernandes, central attacking midfielder, and Brand Mbeumo is leading the line for the club of Manchester United in there for you. I can tell you it's unchanged team as compared to that represented for the side of Manchester City. It's unchanged. And what does that mean? It means that the manager, he's like, I want to maintain or build around this team because I'm playing one game per week. So it's going to be hard for me to change the starting 11 in here. We don't know how he'll obviously feature in the coming games, but in this particular two fixtures, he has gone ahead to name what we call a 11 that is really unchanged. For the side of Arsenal, I really anticipate that one of the big game winners is going to be Gabriel Jesus. You know, he's really going to be very decisive. Remember, when the first game that Arteta played against Erik ten Hag at Old Trafford, it ended 3-1 in favor of Man United. But the club of Manchester United took the lead, and Arsenal attacked Manchester United. Gabriel Jesus went ahead to give Lisandro Martinez a very, 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 very hard time. I must tell you, he gave him a very, 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 very hard time, if you guys remember, you know. And this time around, Jesus comes in through to obviously face Lisandro Martinez. It has been a while since they last met on the field of play because both of them have been affected by injuries. But now we want to see who wins this battle in here, because Gabriel Jesus, he's a mobile striker. It's very hard to really wreck him on the pitch. It's very hard. So it will make a lot of sense to see Gabriel Jesus not having a very big impact onto this game. And the likes of Bukayo Saka and Trossard are really lucky that they are playing with Gabriel Jesus, because when you play with him, you have a lot to do with service and really giving you that ball and really creating spaces for you. And even he makes these others even forget you. Most of the attention will be on him because he's that striker who will be everywhere. And wait to see how that defense of Man United is ready to obviously defend against this man. Then Trossard, another player to watch out for. He is really good, and you know how he's really very clinical, and he finishes with precision. 2-3 shots on target from Trossard, there is no way one can't be a goal. You know that very well. So Diego Dallo has to really keep in there for you. But for the defense of Arsenal, Hincapie has to be in his best form, because Amadi Diallo is really a deadly guy. I tell you, he is really deadly, and he can really skin him off in any angle. And that's where the likes of Leandro Trossard have to track back hugely to come and really help him out, because if they don't, it will mean otherwise, I tell you. Timber, Julian, for him, I think all what he has to do is to stop Patrick Dogu from putting in those crosses. That is it, because all what Patrick Dogu will get you is putting in those deadly crosses, and he will put them in every time he comes in through. I think that is his best attribute. Though sometimes he inverts into the midfield and obviously can play as a number 9, because United plays with Brand Mbeumo as a false number 9 with instructions from the manager that you can play on either of the wings. You can really play on the right, drift to the left, drift in the middle, and also really lead the line. So those are orders from Michael Carrick, as he confirmed to us how he played him against Manchester City. The big question is, how will Man United behave in this game? Because against City, they behave differently. Will they obviously bring that blueprint of Man City against Man City to face a team known as Arsenal? All that and more into the comment section below. So I won't obviously take long, because we've spoken everything that you guys need to know about. I've already gone ahead to put out what I call the I've gone ahead to obviously put out what we call the poll, and you guys have gone ahead to vote. Now, before I really engage into the poll, let me get into Patrick Ekring. Thank you, bro, for the update. I see Arsenal winning by 3-1. Kenneth says Arsenal 2, Man United 1. All right. Nabs Football Talk 2-1 in favor of Arsenal, the Gunners. Thank you, Mr. Aradi. All right. Thank you very much for watching in through. And let's end this poll and see how you guys have gone ahead to obviously vote. It's Arsenal winning. You are saying Arsenal 85% to win, 7% a draw, and 8% for United to win. So we wait to see what will unveil from this game. And I sign out for now. See you when the game of football is done with the match reaction here. And